tries to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Rams nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Riq Woolen. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We score. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 68 yards.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
Commanders 14, Rams 7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Another try for Guerrero. Loose inside the 30.
And down to the 7-yard line.
It's a gain of 55. Marshawn Lattimore on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Handoff here, Guerrero.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
At the end of the 1st quarter, with this fix the score, Commanders 14.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Deebo Samuel with career touchdown number 60. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes a reverse. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They get this out left. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
Commanders 21, Rams 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. On 3rd down, it's Guerendo. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And they're ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Mahomes now to throw. Completed to Hyatt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. In motion right, Debo. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. This is taken in by McBride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
That's good for our Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. He's got Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
In motion goes the tight end. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. Fourth down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on first and goal.
Commanders 10-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, Good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Godfrey on the carry.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 69 yards.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Commanders 35, Rams 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
A handoff running right, Guerendo. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mahomes going to change things up.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Now Wilson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down. Again, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down. They get this out quickly to the left side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off,
and that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A gain of 9. It's fourth down.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
On the ground, Godfrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Here they go with Godfrey.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Godfrey.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Now it's Wilson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown.
A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Commanders 42, Rams 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Mahomes.
On the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw.
Hyatt has got it.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
K'Lavon Chaisson.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 33-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 66 yards. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
On the give, it's Guerendo.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaac Guerendo, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll run on 1st down. Godfrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Throwing is Wilson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Godfrey. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now Wilson. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.